Hello, children. Hey, guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Toddy One Skip. Hey, guys, a huge shout out. I want to give you guys a huge shout out. Thank you for your memberships on both of these channels. Thank you so, so much. Thank you for your subscriptions, your likes, your shares. Thank you for your super chats, your super thanks. Thank you for the Cash Apps, the PayPals. Guys, it's because of these things that I'm able to do this full time. So thank you for that. It matters. I care. And I thank you for that so, so much, guys. Do you like the new view? Guys, Gypsy is hurrying. You can't get her book anymore, apparently, because she is switching it up. And she claims it on trauma memory loss. Trauma memory loss. What did she say? What, 3, 4, 5 days after the unaliving of her mom? I'm a good girl. I didn't kill anybody. I don't do drugs. Nothing like that, right? That's what she said. She said she didn't do drugs, she didn't kill anybody, and she's a good girl. All three things. That's not true. She was in my comments again. Supposedly, Ash Blonde 6, is it? Is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And I would say that I didn't think so, but I think so now. Gypsy, I had said I didn't want you to come on my channel. I would love for you to come on my channel. I won't be disrespectful to you, but I'm not going to let you get away with things. I mean, I'm not, obviously, but to talk with you, to ask you questions like, why didn't you claim any kind of ABUSE when you were sitting in the interrogation room, when you were happier than, how can you be happy after what you did to your mom? How do you have X? I mean, I don't know how, I don't know that I really want you to explain that to me, except that I don't think it's a kink. That's not a kink. Like that, I think is dangerous. And I think you, I don't know, man, because all this shit's out there now and you're still walking around acting like, I don't know. Here's the funny thing. You told me it looks like I need a job. Your minions helped me not keep my job. Yeah, your minions. So you can thank them for that. Gypsy, no matter what I do, I can collect Social Security now if I wanted to, Gypsy, but I don't have to do that. The fact that you're making money off of the death of your mom and you have the gall to tell somebody to get a job or it looks like they need a job. There's not a word for that. Like for me to have that conversation with you, I would have to be a complete moron. At 62 years old, I could fucking retire. What have you done with your life? Because I could name a lot of things that I've done. And there will be a lot of people that will tell you that I made an impact in their life. Not, but because I made an effort to do that. I made an effort to be a positive person in each person's life that I've had contact with, as long as they weren't the fucking devil, in which case, you know what? I believe in the Bible, but I ain't always going to turn my cheek. That's just not who I am. Okay. And I'm going to be true to who I am. Gypsy, I welcome you to come on my channel. You can pick any channel. Everybody's got a story to tell as long as you tell the truth. And I'm going to hold you to that because there's things that I won't yell and scream, but I'll be like, Gypsy, how could that be true when you say this? Or Gypsy, how could that be true when you have a micro deletion? How could you not call those illnesses while you were a child not legitimate illnesses? When it comes out that you manipulated your own feelings in your legs so that your mom didn't know the truth, how do you not say that that's not part of the grift? You contributed to it. Your mom had a grift. She's going by the symptoms that you're giving her. But yet you take no responsibility in doing that. You take no responsibility in anything. Yet you want to get in people's. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do when the mainstream, when the bigger content creators start turning the page on you, because that's going to happen. I don't know. I think it was Bree that said, "What's going to happen? What do you hope to accomplish?" She was asking, the content creators. We just wanted the truth to get out there. But now it seems like there's a possibility that if the truth gets out there, you just might go back to the clanker. And I'm okay with that because I don't think you should be out here. I think you're dangerous, Gypsy. I think that there's something wrong with you that you haven't even attempted to get fixed. You just want the world to fit into that shit. Literally shit. And you know what I mean? A little scat here, a little scat there. I'm not talking about jazz. Gypsy, the fact that you're on the verge of something new, this is owning your shit. This will be the first time. Do you know that when the content creators finally, the bigger content creators, so that there's pressure, so that you really feel pressure, that you really get consequence, because you haven't had consequence for your actions. And I don't care what people say. I don't care what people say. You haven't suffered consequence for your actions. You know how I know that? You haven't suffered consequence for your actions because you haven't suffered consequence for your actions because I don't know anybody that gets to unalive somebody and somebody else gets to go ahead and do their life sentence for them. You didn't suffer the consequences. You played sorority club and you weren't very popular in the sorority club among your sorority sisters. You were great on your own in OnlyFans land as a FinDom with another grift all by yourself. That you were great with that. You were great with making friends that you would need until you didn't need them anymore. That's what you did. We know that. And now that everybody's going to know your mom didn't, I mean, we know it's old news for us. You unalived your mom because you didn't want to be there anymore. You unalived your mom because you wanted the money. You unalived your mom because you hated her. You unalived your mom because it wasn't a mercy killing. There was nothing humane about it. The action alone said that. You unalived your mom because you wanted a new life and you didn't want anything to do with her. And you were too lazy, miss. Get a job. Don't you need a job? Yeah, I guess it would be a lot easier if I went around doing that, right? Especially when there's no conscience, when there is no remorse. There is nothing that plays over in your head about that I don't think, get off on. Oh, God. Can't anybody else see? I mean, can't anybody close to her see and scream in her ear that she needs help? Get help. Ryan, this is the person that you want to mother your baby? I mean, you said it. You said that out loud. She wouldn't do anything. I take that back. She wouldn't do anything. Pexay! No, she would. She would definitely do something. She did do something. You just, you can't get that through your head. She unalived her obese mom. Ryan, you're a big guy, right? You're a big guy, right? Sheena, you're a big girl. Bree, big girl. I'm not saying this to make fun of you guys. Could you catch up with Gypsy? Add on that you were sick. Add that on to it. Could you catch up with Gypsy? after the first jab. Throw some more weight on you. I don't know, guys. I just feel like with the world getting smaller on Gypsy and the content creators that worked really hard on making sure that this story was going to change, it's not even that the story changed, to be honest. We know this, you know, it's that the narrative is changing to what the truth is. How do you think? Can you imagine, Rod? I didn't have a clue. I mean, I didn't have a clue. Even though he said on the phone, it's too bad that your mom didn't let you date boys. Her mom let her date Nick. She didn't let her date men 30 years older than her. Her mom was looking out for her. Where were you, Rod? Well, you would have just served her up. Is that where she gets that lovely trait from? I'm just asking. Just asking. Is that hard? Am I being hard? Because that's what she did. I mean, I'm not making that up. It was in writing. And then she tried to blame it on Nick. So she knew it was the wrong thing to do because she wouldn't take credit for it. If there's nothing wrong with it, why not take credit for it? Everything that had negativity to do, she gave to Nick. Nick took credit for it. Only to come and find out later, holy shit, she wrote the whole damn book. He was just taking it in after 2 years of nagging, of messing with his head, messing with his heart. 1 minute she wants him, the next minute she doesn't want him. She convinces him that she's these alter egos, and that in order for him to get the Gypsy that he loves, he's got to go through these awful people that make him do horrible things or have him have horrible thoughts, because he's trying to save Gypsy. In his mind, he's already fallen in love with Gypsy. And then he meets these other people, and he's autistic, you know, Nick's autistic. But then he meets these other people that he feels Gypsy has no control over. And he wants Gypsy, just like we all want our honeymoon phase back. I know that they're a great person. I've seen it in them. Somebody could get the shit beat out of them. Seriously. No, I fell in love with before. I know how they are before. I just want them to go back with before. But before, that wasn't the default. That was the show. The default came after they got you. And that's who they are. So Nick, with his autism, and Gypsy fucking with him left and right, coercive control, manipulating the situation, he's trying to save Gypsy from herself, thinking that there's these other personalities that are trying to destroy Gypsy, and he's just trying to get to them, to save Gypsy. Because remember in the one video where she says that she's basically going to hold Gypsy from him? That was a personality talking. Gypsy's the one thing he wanted. She did some horrible, horrible things. Where'd she learn that behavior from? It's come out now that she had full access to computers and cell phones. All that stuff has come out. The neighbors have said things. Friends have said things. The fact that she was really smart in school. All of this stuff. Everything that Gypsy has told a different story about, somebody else has come in and said, that's not true. I was there. That's not true. I don't think Gypsy expected her story to, I think she expected her noise in her story to muffle the critics, the people that knew the truth. Oh, that's not more important than them. I got 9 million subscribers. The problem again with Gypsy was that she kept opening up her mouth and the story kept changing. And because the story kept changing, it made people say, What happened here? What happened here? And Gypsy did it to herself. And now the world's going to know it. And I love that. And I'll be here watching it and celebrating. Absolutely celebrating. I guess, Gypsy, you're going to have to get a job. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, guys. Always good to talk to you.